Hello. So my name is Talia and you are watching my first YouTube video. I have been thinking for a while about possibly starting a BookTube channel, and I've just recently been getting into reading quite a bit more. I used to read a lot more in my younger days. However, since having children, I just have been doing other things. So just recently I've started reading quite a bit more, and I've been watching a lot of booktubers. I love watching reviews and book hauls and TBRs, and I just have really been inspired by a lot of these booktubers that I've been watching, and kind of trying to decide if I would like to do it myself. And last night I received a book, an order of books in the mail from eBay, and I opened it and I was like so excited to have my books, and I was just like, I would like to share this with someone. And my husband was here and he will look at the books, but he does not read fiction, so he just doesn't get excited about the books the way that I get excited about them. So I figured, here goes nothing. We will do for my first YouTube video a mini book haul. So these are books of just some different genres that I have picked up. As I just get back into reading, I kind of just want to explore it all and see what I like, what I don't like. I'm sure my tastes in reading have changed in the past however long since I've really been into reading a lot of books. Anything that's not like parenting, you know, how to raise these children. It's fun to be exploring some other genres again. So I have a little bit of everything, and I'll just show you what I got. So first we have this book, Neil Gaiman's Neverwhere. I have not read a lot of fantasy, but this book has come up on a couple different booktubers lists of like which fantasy books to read for kind of new fantasy readers. This is about a man, and he is walking down the sidewalk and is basically sucked down into a magical world that he didn't know existed, and he is trying to figure out what's going on in this world and escape from it. So I'm really excited to give this a try. Again, I haven't read a bunch of fantasy. It's something I've just recently been getting into, so we'll see how this one goes. Also in fantasy is more of a middle grade YA. I'm not sure exactly which this one is actually, but Percy Jackson and the Olympians. So I just recently read, well, I've read Harry Potter back in the day and love that, obviously. Harry Potter is amazing. But also I just recently read Amari and the Night Brothers, which I really loved. And I am right now reading Nevermore, which I realize I'm late to the game for Nevermore. And for this has been out quite a while. It is a series. I'm not sure how many books there are, but it's been around for a while. But again, just haven't been reading a lot, and just starting to explore like middle grade fiction as an adult. And I know there's so much good stuff out there, and they tend to be, for starting in fantasy, they just tend to be easier reads and like easier to follow. So I loved Amari and the Night Brothers. Nevermore is going really well, so I thought I'd just pick up another middle grade / YA fiction. And this is about, it's rooted in Greek mythology. So Percy is accused of stealing Zeus's lightning bolt, and the mythical creatures are not happy about this. So he is trying to figure out who actually stole the lightning bolt in order to return it to Zeus to appease the mythical creatures. So I'm excited to read this. And again, it's not something I would typically pick up, so I'm excited to see how it goes. This one is completely different. Homegoing by Yaa Gyasi. This is about two half-sisters that come from different villages in Ghana, and one of them ends up marrying, I think, a wealthy Englishman and is like living in this castle, and the other one actually ends up becoming a slave. She is like in the castle at the same time, but she's like being held captive and then she is sold into slavery. So it is parallel like stories of kind of their lives. So not fantasy at all, definitely a more serious read, but something I'm really looking forward to reading, something I think will be really interesting. Last, we have a mystery. Another genre I haven't really read a lot of. I've kind of just, I don't know, I've read just a lot of kind of like contemporary fiction lately, not a lot of like mystery or fantasy. So Agatha Christie, and then there were none. Agatha Christie is the queen of mystery, so I figured this would be a good place to start with mystery books. This is about a group of people who are on an island and one of them gets murdered, and I think it's trying to solve like who is murdered. I actually started listening to this on audiobook a little while back, and I just have kind of decided I don't really like audiobooks. When I'm reading, especially I think for a mystery, like I kind of like to flip back and be like, oh wait, like who was that character? How is this related? Like I kind of like to be able to flip back, which you can't do with an audiobook. So I have a hard copy of this now that I can read and go from there. And it was really good. What I started listening to was just like the introduction of the characters, and she draws you in right away. And they're all going to this island and they're not really sure why they're going there, and I can tell it's going to be good. And this is Agatha Christie has dozens and dozens of books. Obviously has been around a long time, and this one is one of her most highly recommended that I have seen on different people's channels. So that is the last one in my book haul. So thank you for watching my first YouTube video ever. Please like it if you would like to. That would be awesome for me to get some likes on this video. And I will be doing more and sharing what I think of these books and other books that I'm currently reading. And yeah, thanks for watching. Have a great day.